How you doing, baby? Happy, what's today? Sunday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. Let me get my glasses, y'all. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe, guys. Look at some of the videos. And if you see any of them that you like, any of them that hit home for you, please just do me a solid and share. I know you don't know me yet. I'm not a household name. You don't consider me to be famous. I know you don't went through my profile, though, and I know you don't seen all the pictures with all the celebrities, and I know that don't mean nothing to you. I know you seen the interview when I was on our local news here in Detroit, Michigan. You seen all of them? The one on Channel 2, the one on Channel 4, and the one with the Mirror Makeup Son? You did? Okay, I know that ain't enough. Nothing I do is enough. I just need you to know that I'm used to that. Because that's how it's always been my whole life. If I was not enough for this, never enough for that, always had to compete, always had to go harder, always had to go further than the next man. Yeah, so I'm used to it. So me getting all the followers that I have, as hard as I had to work to get them, I kind of knew that, even though in Plan A, my children were in place to help me. So I didn't think it would be as hard, and I didn't think it would have taken as long because I had a team. I was real solid on that team because they were my own children. So by it being my own children, as a mother, you hardly ever break that pack up. You know what I'm saying? When you come from the same mom, raised under the same roof, yeah, that pack usually stays. Now, daddy's kids sometimes, maybe, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? When dad got kids outside, but the ones that's raised under mom's children, yeah, so it wasn't a doubt in my mind that nothing would, so everything was kind of set and solid. But I sort of was like, okay, but no, not really. I ain't gonna even hold you. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't even have a plan B. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna try to lie to you because I know that would make me hypocritical considering every person that I deal with in the Attitude Adjustment Youth Program and the families that I assist. I know I always have them make a plan B. Never put all your eggs in one basket. But when I tell you it was solid, that basket was enough. Boop. So yeah, prepare a little for just because of past experiences. But yeah, didn't think I would have to work this hard to get almost 30,000 followers. Didn't think I would work this hard to get 14,000 followers. That shit should have came automatic. Ooh, Fixing Jesus, a Christian show. That should have came automatic because I know so many people. I've assisted so many people in my life. I've been there for so many people. Like the support, I've supported so many people that, yeah, I should have been there already just off my own. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm there now, right? And I can't go nowhere but up from here, right? So today I labeled it prepared, and then I went back and changed it and said preparedness. So I hope that's a real word and not nothing that I made up, because I kind of want to talk about, we're talking about the goals, so I don't want to get into the syllabus, but we're talking about the goals that you set for your children, but also how prepared have you gotten your children for like life and growing up and things of that nature? Like how far ahead are you looking when you envision your child growing up, becoming young adults? Like me not knowing my kids, are they little, teaching them how to do hair because I know when they become men, it's a good chance they might have girls. And they do. But before they even had them and before they was even thinking about little girls, I had them doing their sister's hair, right? So learning the patience that it takes to do a little girl's hair, right? Knowing how to do a little girl's hair so when you leave and send her outside, just in case you have to do it one of them days, she ain't being laughed at and talked about because you got her looking like an alien with one ponytail going up and one ponytail going down, right? You got to teach a child that. You have to train them. Just like the little girls whose hair I'm doing, I'm teaching them now how to have patience when it comes to taking hair down. So that they can help me now that they're getting older and make this process go a little bit faster when we have hair day, right? Pitching in, helping, and it's also teaching them how to be nurturing, right? So preparedness, what are you preparing your children for? What type of life are you preparing them for? So let's see. We're talking about goals, get your children, how good, blah, 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 preparing them, blah, blah, blah. I said all that. Like, how many of you are preparing your children for black tie affairs? I know, you thinking to yourself, you don't go to no shit. I don't go to no black tie affair. Ain't no reason for them to go, you know? But what type of life do you think they want for themselves, for one? And then what type of life do you envision them to have? So those might be two different lifestyles, but it doesn't mean you can't prepare for both. So therefore, yeah, do you teach them how to dress? Are you talking to your young men about suits? Every young man should at least own one suit. And if you're fortunate, one tuxedo, right? I mean, so do they know the difference between the two? Have they ever had one? Do they have one? You know, just asking, right? Do they know the different type of ties? Do they know how to tie a tie? Your young ladies, do they know about ball gowns, evening gowns? Do they know the proper undergarments to wear with certain outfits? Like, I was raised by my grandma, so I still believe in wearing slips under certain, I do, under certain outfits. I still believe in wearing tights under certain outfits. I still believe in wearing stockings, certain outfits, right? You got to know when to wear thongs, right? So it's certain, you might need a girdle. You just might need a girdle, might need a body shaper, right? But you might can't wear that body shaper with that outfit. You might can't wear those underpants with that outfit. Those panties might be the wrong color for that outfit and for the shade of skin that you have, right? So just little stuff like that. Like, do you teach your children that, right? How to sit, right? Do you teach them about a place setting, proper place setting, right? The different utensils, when to use them, and what are they used for? Like, have you done? Yeah, I was preparing my children by having them with me, right? You say just having them with you, Shakenya, what that mean? Well, having my children with me, meaning having them involved in everything that I do. So when we had events for the organization that I worked with, Manpower Mentoring right there on Warren and Connors, whenever we would throw events at like Cobo Hall or throw events wherever we throw them, there would always be like high officials there and invited. There would always be city councilmen there to be spokesmen. It was always something to that magnitude to where my children, when they came to host and set up, those were the people that they were around, right? So this is that atmosphere that I set for them when it came to this. So when they were hostesses, the young ladies had to dress a certain way. My daughters had to dress a certain way, all black, right? And they had to be standing a certain way, right? They had to be direct, the way they direct the people, the way they move their hand when they showing them where to sit, right? The way they stand, the way they talk, all that is preparing them for that lifestyle. Whatever they choose to be, if they choose to be in that type of arena, they know how to conduct themselves around people like that. Because at the end of the day, they just people like you is what I tell them. Yeah, they probably got a little more education, probably got a little more money, probably got a little more, living a better lifestyle for now. But if this is what you aspire to be, this is where you want to go, this is the route, yeah, these are the people that you need to be networking with as of right now. Right? These are the people you need to be emulating. These are the people that you need to be following on social media. These are the people that you need to be watching and looking for. Educate yourself about, right? So, yeah, prepare. Because you never know where their life might lead them. So even if you teach them skills that they don't use, like I ain't looking for my daughters to be fixing on cars and looking for them to be doing all that man work. You know what I'm saying? Mainly them knowing is just them knowing. Right? But if they ever choose to, if they ever get in a situation where they need some money and they fall hard times, before they degrade themselves and have to do something that they're going to regret later, paint a house, hang a TV, lay a floor. You can use mama tools. They downstairs in the basement and mama got some more back there in the shed. You know what I'm saying? Because they have the know-how. to do so, right? So, yeah, just preparing them. Do you prepare them for interviews? Like if they're going for a job. And do you prepare them for presentations? Yeah. Like, do you do mock interviews with your children? Right? If they about 15 and a half, they're getting ready to start looking for jobs and stuff. Do you help them with the application process? Because I don't know how they do it now. I'm quite sure it's probably on computer. But do you help them fill out the application and teach them how to answer the questions on the application so that they can do it themselves? And then do you have them dress up as if they're going to the interview and ask them questions as if you were the employer? Do you do that for your babies? Yeah, you got to do that because that gives you the opportunity to critique them. And it also gives you the opportunity to correct them, right? And then it gives them the opportunity to feel comfortable in that setting, right? So when they do go out for interviews, because they're going to go out probably for more than one, you know, but when they go out for those interviews, they'll feel more comfortable each time. And then you know what that does? It helps build up their confidence, right? So when it comes to presentations, I know you ain't thinking about your baby doing no presentations for nobody, right? But you'll be surprised, you know. They might have a job that requires them to stand up and do presentations, and they might move up in the job to where now they're supervisors. Now they have a staff. Now they have people that they have to address. So now, yeah, they have to be prepared for presentations. And then you'll be surprised, even if that's not the job that they're going for. That's nothing. Jobs put you on Front Street. Oh yeah, I don't have my kids thank me. My son don't thank me a couple times for being in a position to where they singled everybody out that was in the whole room, and he had to stand up and tell us some things about himself and introduce himself. Y'all never did that at y'all job. It's like an icebreaker. They make you stand up and introduce yourself, tell some things about you. Yeah, oh yeah, you'll be surprised. Some people have anxiety when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard for them to address a crowd. It's hard for them to stand up and speak in front of a lot of people. Oh yeah, and I'm not saying that's something that you do every day, but you definitely, if you are ever put in that situation to do so, you want to make sure you're able to do it, right? So yeah, preparing my kids for that type of stuff. So doing with their presentations. Yep. Like the girls at the end of the school year, they would always have to do something, the ELA presentation. And they have to stand in front of their instructors and tell what they've learned in different sections. They have to dress up and do that. Yeah, so I would have them do that in front of me just to get them comfortable. Yeah, so, preparing your babies, preparing, right? So in my case, I always knew I was going to be famous, right? So I was preparing my children to be famous, because not only do you have to help prepare them for the life that they want for themselves, you know, when they tell you what they want to be when they grow up, but you got to prepare them for the life that you already have set. So before they even got here, I already knew I was going to be famous. I've been saying I was going to be famous ever since I was little, period, pooch, right? So now it's at a point where, shit, I am in my eyes, right? You see it, right? So I've always known that about myself. So I had to prepare them for that. You got to prepare kids for that type of stuff. You just can't thrust them out into the limelight, you know. So the fact that I'm having interviews now, I'm thinking ahead of time. I'm thinking that I'm going to have interviews. I'm accepting awards. I'm being congratulated here and there. You know, people recognizing me for who I am and what I do, right? So therefore, your children are there. They're present when I'm accepting these awards. They're present when I'm meeting these people. They're present at these interviews that you understand? So yeah, I had to prepare them for that type of stuff. Yep. So making sure that they're grounded, making sure they're humble. And then you got to think about the business aspect of it all. I expected us to be millionaires. So at this stage of the game, we would have wealth beyond their wildest dreams. So not only do I want them to be humble and grounded, but it's a certain amount of arrogance that they got to have just for living that life, right? So yeah, I was preparing them for all of that, you know? Fix it, Jesus, fix it. So, did any of y'all find the video footage from Jenny Jones? I put that out there for y'all because y'all are investigators, okay? Y'all are sleuths. Y'all found Risa Teresa's husband and everybody that was related to that story. I'm looking for an interview that me and my little brother did on Jenny Jones when they did the boot camp episode. And it could have been like 95, maybe 96, 97. I got to count and add that up when it was, but it was when they was doing the boot camp episode. And I'm trying to find that footage. So if y'all can find it for me, I appreciate it. But yeah, so I've been on TV for a minute. If y'all can remember Jenny Jones, right? So I hate my parenting was interrupted because even though everything is still going, it's so slow now. Everything is so slow. Oh my God. It was like a big pause button. It was a big pause button. So yeah, moving, but moving slow. Do you have attractive children? Now, you know what I mean when I say attractive children. You know if your children are gorgeous, beautiful. Every time you go somewhere, people is stopping you. You can't even walk through the mall. You can't even walk through the mall because your baby's so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Your son's so handsome. You know, it's to the point to where you protective. You ready to fight somebody. You know, you thinking there's pedophiles everywhere. Lord, fix it, Jesus. But no, they just attracted to your child because your child just has such a unique look about them, right? You got to prepare your child for that. It's a damn ant crawler. I'm sorry. You got to prepare your child for that. I know you don't think so, but you do. You do. You got to prepare them for the hatred that people are going to have for them. Yep. You got to prepare them for the jealousy and envy that people are going to have for them because of their looks. Yeah, especially if they got the looks from you. If you are the attractive parent, right, you live the life. You know what it is, right? You know that people look at you different because you have the look, right? So, yeah, do you prepare them for that? Do you prepare them for the hatred that they're going to get from the other cultures? Yeah, if they're African American, maybe black, however they label themselves, colored, do you prepare them for that? And I'm going to say the racism word. Do you prepare them for that? Right? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. Do you prepare them for the stereotypes and how people might treat them just because of the color, just because of their race? Do you prepare them for that? Do you prepare them to get followed around? If they're boys, do you prepare them for stop and frisk? Do you prepare them for that? Do you know just because they are of color that they're going to probably have police contact between the ages of 12 to 18? Do you know that they probably will, even if it's just to be stopped and asked a question? So do you talk to them about how to conduct themselves when it comes to encountering police, right? So, I mean, you have to prepare them for certain things, right? Do you have a child that's light complected? Are you dark? Are the rest of your children dark? Do you have that child around the other people in your family that is light? Or have them around people that are light complected just like them so that they can emulate them? You don't think that's important? Oh, but it is. It is. Yeah. Because whether you want to look at it or not, I know you probably don't play favoritism and you treat your children the same. When they go out here into society, they're being treated different. So if they have a dark-skinned brother or a light-skinned brother, trust and believe people are making differences of them as soon as they walk out the house. As soon as they encounter whoever they encounter. It might even be members of the family, right? If they're light-skinned, do you prepare them for the treatment that they're going to receive, not only from other races, but from their own kind? If they're light-skinned, do you? Because it comes from our people. The worst, sometimes. The worst, sometimes. So do you prepare them for that? I know. We don't be thinking about this type of stuff because we got so much going on as parents. I know. But yeah, you have to make sure they're around people that they can emulate. I was preparing them for my political career. Yeah, so I took them with me to campaigns. It was important for me to make sure they know the importance of voting, right? Just so they can see the inner workings. I took them with me when we went out to pass out the leaflets. I educated them on the people that was running, just so they'll know, because I know what I was preparing them for, because I wanted to run for office, and I still do, right? So, yeah, my kids, they was being grown for all of that. That was my team. So when I ran, I saw my son being my manager, my campaign manager, right? Yeah. I saw my oldest daughter being my communication person. Yeah. I saw my youngest daughter being my PR person, right? And I saw my little brother Jay being my security, right? So yeah, I would add on staff along the way, but my core team, my kids, I was preparing them for that life. So, you know, when you're running a political campaign, your family has to seem very wholesome. And I use that loosely, just saying seem, because, you know, on the outside, everybody, yeah, it looks good. But on the inside, behind the scenes, you got all type of stuff going on. Me, myself, I prefer the outside as well as the inside. Yeah, so that means my kids had to look wholesome and they had to be wholesome, right? So therefore, yeah, I was preparing them for that. I was letting them know it's okay to be good. Yep, it's okay to not commit crimes. It's okay to be a good girl. It's okay not to have a baby at 17. It's okay to graduate and go off to college. You can do all of those things. It's okay to start a business. It's okay for you to be a millionaire. You can do it, right? Yeah, all of these things. I was preparing them for all of that. I was preparing them to be entrepreneurs. Yeah. So, I mean, you have to prepare your kids for the life you think they're going to have as well as what you have for them, right? So, I was preparing them to be wealthy. Yeah. So, what comes with that, I was preparing them to have a wealthy mindset, you know? Because, see, you get a lot of people that come from the hood, you know, they get money, and they get out here and they don't know how to act, right? Because then nobody helped nurture that mindset of wealth, right? Didn't nobody teach them the concept? Didn't nobody teach them about money management? Didn't nobody teach them, right? And so they ain't never had it. So now that they got it, they out here and they wilding, right? No, my children, I want them to have a wealthy mindset as well, right? Oh, Lord, fix it, Jesus, fix it, Jesus, fix it, Jesus. So yeah, money management skills, how to keep money, how to invest money, right? How to spend wisely, right? You got to prepare them for that, though. Yeah. Gotta prepare them for that. So, do you prepare your children for how to deal with problems? Yeah, I know you can't foresee the future, but you just about know just the basic life issues that they might encounter, from working, losing work, paying bills, being behind on bills, credit issues, things of that nature. Like, life issues is pretty simple. You can probably try to foresee some of that. But the challenges that they might face that you know nothing about. You know, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to on a job, issues they have issues they might have at school, right? Just life issues. So, do you teach them how to deal with their problems? It was very important. That was one of my goals, to make sure they know how to deal with their problems. Make sure that they know every problem has a solution. Yeah, if they know right off the rip that every problem has a solution, you just got to find it. It gives you hope. It gives you hope of solving it, right? So therefore, yeah, every problem has a solution. You got to teach them how to get to the root of it. Yeah, I never wanted my kids to just put a Band-Aid over any situation or anything, any troubles that they might have. Yeah, always wanted them to get to the root of the problem, dig that out, and then fill it in with the solutions and all the, you know, options that you might have. You want to teach them how to have options. So, you want to teach them how to think it through. Right? You never want them to have their back against the wall. So you always want to teach your children how to sit down, think about exactly what the problem is, think about the solutions, give yourself options. You always want to, and that helps with their mental stability. So that probably would have been part of the class that you taught, that mental health class, right? So y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. You know, Sunday is my Monday, so I got to clean the buildings today. I got to prepare for tomorrow. So, yeah, it's all good, though. It's all good. It's all good. I'm okay. I'm good with it. So, y'all, that's it. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Oh, y'all was talking to me, too, on Facebook. What was y'all saying? Hey, Aunt. How you doing, baby? Hey, Tracy. Hey, Lenora. How you doing, boo? What up, Tim? What up, Freddie? How you doing, Freddie? I miss you. Hey, T-Jack. How y'all doing? Okay, y'all enjoy your day. I'm out. Mwah.